Hi Dave, my name is Karen Doolittle and welcome to It's a Dog's Life in Petaluma, California. I originally saw you on Tucker Carlson and I want to thank you and Barstool Sports for helping all the small businesses that are losing their shirts during this COVID thing. When I was 13 years old, I had my first job at a dog kennel, so I've been working around the animals for a long time. In between now and then, I've done a lot of different things, mostly entrepreneurial kind of stuff. In May of 2005, both my sister and I were diagnosed with breast cancer. I was in the chemotherapy part of my treatment and I was driving around and I found this piece of property on Skillman Lane. It had been a breeding kennel. It had been a kennel for about 50 years. It was a breeding kennel and it was in pretty dilapidated shape. But I knew when I saw it I couldn't sleep that night because I had this vision that this was the perfect place to build the type of dog boarding facility that I felt was needed, and a stress-free environment where the dogs could run around on a ranch-like setting and play with other dogs and people and not have the stress of a traditional boarding facility. A little bit about this facility. The building behind me, we call that the Lincoln Building. It was built in 1860 when Lincoln was president. When we first started, we opened this part of the property, which is the depot building, and the front house, which is the cottage building, and we opened our doors. It's a dog's life. It took us 2 years to do this side of the property, which houses our bed and breakfast, and the lodge building, and the back play yards. The following year, we opened the Lincoln Building. When we took over the property in February of 2006, at this point I was in the radiation part of my treatment. I would go to radiation every day and then I would come out to the property and do one thing. Help Tomas fix a fence post, pick out a flooring, fix a water leak, one thing every day. So we opened our doors on April 20th of 2006. That night I had one dog and one employee. By that first Thanksgiving, we had 40 dogs and 5 employees. Since then, every year, every month, every year, we've grown to the point where we service 9,000 clients and I have 21 employees. Our normal Christmas for us looks like 100 dogs boarding for 10 nights with a 3-page wait list. We have dogs that come board with us all the way north from Eureka, all the way south from Big Sur, and all the way east from Reno. We were voted Petaluma's People's Choice Award, gave us honorable mention the last 2 years for best boarding facility in Petaluma. I have 3 sons. They've all worked for me. My youngest son, James, still works for me, and he's my business partner. We were thriving. We managed to purchase this property in 2018. 2019, we had our record year. 2020 was even going to beat that, according to January. When COVID hit, the bottom just fell out. Our business is directly related to travel and to people going to work and kids going to school. We had no dogs. I didn't know what I was going to do. So we temporarily laid off our staff, and our staff is like family to us. They helped me build this place. Most of them have been here for almost all of it. So about 6 of them came out and volunteered for me for 2 weeks to help me out till we could figure out what we were going to do. So I managed to get the PPP loan, and then I can use that for payroll, and I brought back 11 of my staff. So we kind of burned through that PPP loan in about 3 months, and then I took out a second loan so I can continue to keep my staff on. We only have about 2 months left of funds to pay our bills. This Christmas, we saw 22 dogs boarding with us as opposed to the 100 that we normally see. We're able to do some things out here that other facilities can't do. We have an ambassador pack of dogs, so we specialize in socialization and can take dogs that are either kicked out or not welcome at other facilities. We were able to take in several of the dogs that were displaced from the Northern California wildfires a few years back, and just this one that happened last year. We're blessed with the most beautiful clients. They've come out, many of them have come out and prepaid their daycare cards for us, or have brought their dogs out for daycare even though they're at home, because they know that we need their business more than their dogs need that doggy daycare. I did not think that the lockdown, the stay-in-place orders would last this long, but now that they have, I'm trying to figure out what to do to save this property and this business. We're getting to the point where there's a risk of losing everything. I'm hoping that Barstool Sports can help us out. But I want to thank you for allowing us to submit this application and your consideration of it. And thank you again for all the work that you have done for the businesses that you have been able to help. God bless.